Hi everyone, we're going to go through the part 1 and 2 practice problems. Going to give you the answers. So for number 1, part 1, speed and average speed, we have Phoebe. So we all know that Phoebe likes the cold. She's living in Alaska with her team of sled dogs. So they can travel at 12 miles per hour, and the dogs need to go 1,600 meters. And then how many minutes will that take? So the first thing you need to do is take that 1,600 meters and convert it into miles, since the speed that we're given is in miles per hour. So we need to make sure the units match. So this is how you would convert meters to miles, what we've been practicing. So meters cancels out, kilometers cancels out. I went from meters to kilometers and then kilometers to miles. So it's about a mile. And then here's the equation. The original equation is speed equals distance over time. So they're traveling at a speed of 12 miles per hour for 1 mile. And then to solve for t, you need to multiply by t over here. So we have 12t equals 1, and then divide by 12. So 1 divided by 12 is about 0.08 hours. But the question asks how many minutes will that take. So if you multiply that by 60, you get 5 minutes for number 1. Number 2, Will hits a golf ball. Will likes to golf at 70 miles per hour. And the ball is in the air for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is about 0.003 hours, so I divided by 60 twice to get that. How many yards did the ball travel? So I solved, this is speed equals distance over time here. So to solve for d, you multiply the two. 70 times 0.003 gives us a distance of about 0.21 miles. And then you need to convert that to yards. So here's the conversion from miles to feet, feet to yards, and you get 369.6 yards. That's pretty far for a golf ball. Good job, Will. All right, number 3, Noah is on his way home from school. This is an average speed problem. So there's 3 legs of his trip. He goes 10 minutes at 15 kilometers per hour. Then he waits at a stoplight. He stopped for 5 minutes. And then he goes the final 8 kilometers in 7 minutes. So we're looking for his average speed in miles per hour. So what you need to do is solve for his total distance. So that first part where it says he drives 10 minutes at 15 kilometers per hour, if you use the distance over time equation, you get that's about 2.5 kilometers that he travels in that first leg. And then plus the 8 gives us a total distance of 10.5 kilometers. And then for time, he went 10 minutes, stopped for 5. You got to add that 5 minutes in, and then traveled 7. So 22 total. So then I just put that right into a conversion factor. So I can convert to miles per hour, which is what the question asks for. So kilometers to miles, and then minutes to hours. So you get 16.9 miles per hour. Question 4. Caroline, she's going out west. She goes from Rhode Island to Washington, a distance of 3,017 miles. It takes her 45 hours. So I just put that right in as a ratio. And the question asks for meters per second. So you could solve that and then convert, or you could just plug in your ratio like that and then do your conversions. So miles to kilometers, kilometers to meters, and then hours to minutes, and minutes to seconds. So we get about 30 meters per second. Question 5. Mr. Quinn, he runs to school every morning from his house. He runs the full distance of 12 miles at an average speed of 5 miles per hour. So how much time should that take him? So when we rearrange the speed equation, we get time is distance over speed. 12 divided by 5, it takes him about 2.4 hours. So he should leave at 4:36 in the morning if he wants to get in by 7 a.m. All right, number 6. Natalie, she's enjoying a thunderstorm while she's working on her geometry homework, her favorite subject. She sees lightning, and then she hears the crack of thunder 5 seconds later. 5.5. So here's our time. The problem tells us that sound travels at 340 meters per second. To solve for distance, we multiply the two. 340 times 5.5 is 1,870 meters, and then we need to convert that to miles. Meters to kilometers, kilometers to miles, 1.16 miles. Number 7. So Nate, we're looking at the graph as Nate is riding his bike to the basketball court. So in that first, the graph looks like this. So in that first 5 seconds, he travels a distance of 25 meters. So if we want to solve for his speed, you take 25 divided by 5. So we get 5 meters per second. He's traveling at a nice constant pace for the first 5 seconds. And then his position stays the same for the last 5. So he's stopped. Number 8, Liam, the Olympic skier. He's traveling down a 2.05 mile course in 83.63 seconds. And then they ask for the speed in miles per second. So this one's a pretty straightforward one. You just need to divide 0.025 miles per second. Number 9. Now we have Blake. He's training for a marathon. He wants to complete 26.2 miles in 4.5 hours. What does his average speed have to be in kilometers per hour to reach his goal? So I set it up as a ratio, 26.2 miles in 4.5 hours, and then I converted miles to kilometers. And you get about 9.38. And last one in this part. So Mary Kate, she's flying an airplane. She's going from Providence to Buffalo, so that's 381 miles in 58 minutes. She spends 3 hours, which is 180 minutes, in Buffalo. And then she goes to Philadelphia at a speed of 304 miles per hour. Oh, I think I found an error in this one. I'm going to stop the video here. This is part 1 of the video. So we'll stop here, and then the next video will start at number 10.